So electronics in classrooms have become more common in recent years. Whenever you walk into a classroom, you're always going to see an electronic: phones, iPods, MP3 players. And I think what people don't realize is how this is affecting your education. So my main claim is that electronics in the classroom hurts the education process. First, because they are distracting. How many times have you walked into class, you go sit down, and somebody has their laptop out, supposedly taking notes, when they're really on Facebook or playing video games or just chatting with their friends. Also, phones are very distracting. Oftentimes people are texting, or since most phones nowadays are connected to the internet, they are on social websites and also playing games. Also, cellular phones going off in class can be very distracting. Second, they make it easier and more tempting to cheat. Because of all these technological advances, it's very easy to plagiarize now, cheating through text messages, and also cheating with calculators. If you are an engineer of some sort, you know that you use graphing calculators that can be programmed to install formulas and whatnot, and also to play video games. And lastly, the old-fashioned writing helps you learn better than typing on a computer. Research shows that handwriting helps you learn letters and shapes and improve idea composition and expression. So in conclusion, because of all of this, I believe electronics hurt the education process. That's it.
All right, Rafael, this is really still in a rough stage. You've got, where are you? I know you're there somewhere. There, way in the back. You've got, I think, a pretty good propositional statement, although I think you should probably narrow it down, as I'm thinking about it, to personal electronic devices, so that you're talking about the things that students are carrying, as opposed to computers in the classroom or PowerPoint or any of those kinds of things, unless you're going to include those things, and then the general statement's fine, but you didn't have any supporting points that dealt with that, so it's mostly personal electronic devices. So that would be one way to modify that proposition. You don't really preview what the supporting points are going to be, but as you get to each of the supporting points, you label them pretty clearly, and you've got a good declarative statement. Now here's where the problem comes in. You basically have an explanation of what you think is going on those points, and you have no evidence to back that up. You need some information that shows this. You've got hypothetical examples on the first point, and then engineers on the third point who might know what you're talking about because they're using graphic calculators and it can contain all the formulas, and so maybe there'll be some cheating going on. But other than the hypothetical and the speculative personal examples, there's no additional proof. There's no research that shows that students are losing the ability to think, that they are any more distracted. I would say people walking in and out during the speech are more distracting than the phone call going on. Sorry, that was a shot at you. Always wait to come in between the speakers, because otherwise it is really distracting. And the same thing with the computers. You've got the hypotheticals are okay to kind of explain what the issue is, But what's your proof on that point? I don't have any data that says students listen less, absorb less information, are unable to respond appropriately in the classroom as a consequence, don't do as well on their tests. There's no personal testimony, there's no expert authority on any of these points, and certainly we don't have any statistics. So I think you've got the outline of a good argument, but it has no flesh on it. It's basically a skeleton without any meat or muscles to go along with it, and you need to get that into the speech. All right? Thank you.